What time is it? What time is it? Philly time? And what time is it? Travelers? Time for scent. Just about that time for scent. Back inside the time zone. Once again, doing fragrance content for you. Now, you know what to do. Please hit like, share, subscribe button so the algorithm can find this channel. Speaking of the algorithm, speaking of YouTube, I know there's so many videos going out. It's a big YouTube craze. You know, people running around like the second coming of Tupac, you know, trying to get those 4,000 watch time hours before the deadline. I believe it's February 1st. And I tell you, it's just, you know, people are just doing videos and it's just a madhouse. I tell you, boy. But you know, I'm not too worried about it. You know, if I get there, I get there. I don't. I am not monetized. I got about 1,400 watch time hours. The reason why my watch time hours are kind of low is I don't post every day. I post maybe 2 times a week because of my busy schedule. But shout out to everyone who's out there trying their best to try to get those watch time hours. You know, I'm praying for you that you get there. If I get there, I get there. If I don't get there, I'm not going to jump off a roof or anything. You know, it's just one of those things. But I did put a lot of time, a lot of effort. I bought a lot of fragrances. A lot of fragrances was given to me without even me being monetized, man. Just me putting my email on my page. And I've got a few sponsors, people that want to sponsor me, but you know, I'm not going to get paid for it. So that's why I need to go ahead and just get monetized. So you never know, I might get paid, but if I do, I do. I don't, I don't. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But good luck to everyone out there, all your smart channels. Good luck that you reach that milestone. Now, I'm kind of late to the party. Shout out to everyone out there. I'm just kind of doing a little razzle dazzle here on today, and I just feel really good on today. You know, I just got the new Khamrah Waha. I know I'm kind of late to the party, but you know what they say, you know, one who come late leaves out with a date. Is that right? So, you know, I am old school, boy, but, you know, yeah, I'm better late than never. Is that all right? But shout out to all my subscribers out there. Thank you for all your support for this channel. Now, I'm not going to be before you long. I'm going to do a quick video on this wonderful scent. I tell you, boy, Latifah has done it again with this new fragrance. I did smell it, you know, but it's just amazing. So this is just my take on it. This is just my style on it. A lot of people have done reviews on this. A lot of people was doing the fragrance before they got it. They were doing it. I think it smells like videos, you know. I think it smells like Soprano Ice. I think, you know, I tell you, a lot of us, we do stuff. People do things for views. What we do for views. But I got the original. I know it was being surfaced around YouTube, in the YouTube world, that this particular fragrance, the Waha, was fake. And shout out to Steve at Red Listens. That is my buddy. Shout out to him. He did the review on it. I believe I'm sure it was the original, because that guy, you know, he's kind of like my mentor. I love that guy, man. Shout out to that guy. But he got the original and the original surface. So once he said the original surface, it was really surfacing. So because he's really involved in fragrance world. But you cannot do the 2026 before you do the original. And this is the original of the Latifah, the Khamrah. And we all know this is launched in 2022. This smells like a grandmother's hot apple pie. It's categorized as a gourmand fragrance. Of course, it has dates, it has cinnamon, has tuberose, it has nutmeg. It's such a wonderful scent. This is the original. You cannot do the other Khamrahs without the original DNA. So it has to start with the original DNA, and this is it. You know, if you don't have this in your collection, ladies and gentlemen, get this in your collection. I'll tell you, it's about $40 right now. Get this in your collection. If you're just starting your fragrance journey, you gotta have the original Khamrah in your collection. No, it does not smell like Killing Angel Share. Killing Angel Share smells totally different, but it has its its own personality, and it's such a great scent. And then about 1 year later, they came out with the Khamrah Waha. And this is the Waha. And of course, Waha means coffee. And we all know this has a coffee note in it. This is the best one so far in the Khamrah line because that coffee note. And I tell you, it's such a great scent. You got to get this in your collection as well. Now, this is categorized as scent profile as an Oriental vanilla coffee scent. And that's what they're saying because the vanilla is done so good. The coffee note just really brings out the composition and the personality in this fragrance. So get your nose on this. This is the Khamrah Waha. Waha means coffee, and you do smell that coffee note. So really, really good scent. Now, 2 years later, on down the road, 2 years, 2025, you have the Khamrah Deccan. Now, this is a great scent as well. Again, it still has the original Khamrah DNA in it. Khamrah Deccan means smoke. We all know it means smoke. And this is in the profile of the gourmand spicy because it has a pimento note in it. And it's original is called smoke because back in the Middle East, they do, in the Middle Eastern cultures, they do a dance called the rising smoke. And our guys on here don't get their foot shot off, boy, because I tell you, that is dangerous what they're doing. But this is such a great scent. It's spicy in the beginning, and as it goes dry down, you kind of get that original Khamrah DNA and as well. So this is such a good scent. All three of them are great. I tell you, you got to get the Khamrah fragrances in your collection. And last but not least, I just got this in the mail. Oh my God, of course, I got the box, and this is the Khamrah Waha. And here's the box. Again, I'm sure you've seen everyone's presentation. It's just my take, my spin on it. It's a beautiful presentation. It's a beautiful box. We all know the scent profile is a aquatic, kind of aromatic type scent. So it kind of falls in that aquatic line because it's blue. And of course, we're going to pull it out and have that bottle sitting there. They do the greatest presentations. Khamrah does the greatest presentations, Latafa, excuse me. And here is the bottle. And this bottle is beautiful. It has the blue juice. I tell you, it is such a great scent. It has kind of like a frosted type looking design on top. And it's such a good scent. It's blue. It's beautiful. And Waha means oasis. And what oasis is, all what it is a fertile water place, green fertile place in the desert. That's what oasis is when a long journey in the desert and you are sweating, you're hot, and you see a body of water in the middle of the desert, and that is an oasis. So this comes out of the water in the desert because it has the blue, and it's such a great scent. This is launched in 2026, and the perfumer is Jody Fernandez. Shout out to that guy. He does a lot of great scents, and it has a great scent profile. You cannot go wrong with this scent. It starts off the top notes. It has bergamot, it has usu, it has juniper, it has ginger. And the middle notes, it has cucumber, sea salt, iris, and sage. And of course, the vanilla note, that's when that Khamrah DNA settles down. It has vanilla, tonka bean, musk, amberfix, and agrella wood. And I tell you now, this is a great scent. You cannot go wrong. When you first smell it, you kind of smell the bergamot, of course. You smell a little bit of the usu. I don't smell too much of it. Usu just smells like a strong lemon. And it's just really fresh in the beginning. And then about 15 to 20 minutes, it dries down into that Khamrah DNA. And I tell you, it's such a good scent. This is Khamrah Waha. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have this in your collection, get this in your collection. It smells kind of like a little bit in the beginning, like soprano ice. It does, but as it dries down, it goes into to their own the Khamrah DNA. The Khamrah's of course Khamrah DNA is just number one, and you just can't go wrong with the scent. It's such a good scent. It's Khamrah Waha. Get your collection. I'm Billy Tyler. What time is it? Travels. Time for scent. Remember, without plants, there's no fragrance. You guys get your nose on all four of these fragrances. If you don't have all four of these fragrances, you just don't have a fragrance collection. But absolutely get this Khamrah Waha in your collection. You guys take care.